Hey guys, Brian from Richard Paintball here again today, and I just got this in and thought you'd be interested because I was curious, and one of the reasons why I bought this was I wanted to know what's the difference between how big is the difference between the Virtue VIO, I don't know what it is, Virtue Versatile Innovative Optic, the original VIO, I don't know it just bugs me saying that. Sorry. The Contour, their original mask bottom, and the new extended. How much bigger was it? I'd heard it was softer, more like the Proflex bottoms, and I wanted to check that out and see what that was like. And so it just came, and it comes with some new earpiece parts and other mask parts. I don't know if you've seen it. Virtue's got a really good video actually for how to pop these off, and there's not really anything to it. It just slips in and snaps in, and I won't bore you with taking it on and off and everything, but it's pretty easy to do. In fact, I hadn't even watched the whole video, and the thing like practically came off in my hand without much effort, and so I didn't really finish watching all of it. So anyway, but the thing I was most curious about was how big a difference is it? And let's see, got a tape measure here, and you can see it's definitely taller. You put them right next to each other. You can see, especially along the sides there, maybe, I don't know, you tell me. It's like maybe not even an inch. It's like 3/8 of an inch maybe. And then the nose part, it looks, it's not that different. So if you put it, I think this shows it best. From this view, you can see a little bit, it's not that much. But, if you got a big head like me, like my Dye i4s or even this, just, there's going to be some paint that may squeak in there sometimes. And, over some of the recent weekends, like I've had a couple hits like that where it's just a little bit south or a little bit, where it's gonna hit something that you're not gonna be too pleasantly happily pleasant about. So, but this is what I'd been to some stores and kind of tried them on and looked at them, and I couldn't really tell the difference. And they, you don't want to necessarily rip them apart there in the store, and they, or a different store may not have had both in stock at the same time to really look at. So this gives you an idea. I think what's the coolest thing about it, and if you're a Proflex fan, you might like this, is that the bottoms they're really soft. So what's cool with that, a little less, but very squishy this way. You can roll it up. So that's cool, and that you can't really, it's not. This is just like there's no way you're going to do that to the nose on this one. Much more rigid, much stiffer. And this one is it's not as soft as a Proflex. Like on a Proflex, you can actually like flip it up like that and it'll stay, because it's so soft. This one won't quite stay in that shape, but it's close. So, and what people like about that a lot of times is, number one, you might get some bounces off that versus if it's hard plastic, just breaking immediately. So you might get a couple lucky bounces. And then the other thing is that they just breathe really well. The Proflex, like, everybody can hear you. That's not an issue. So the holes are definitely different in this, and there's, they're bigger on this than this. You can see you've got like, this looks like an air conditioning vent, in your car. And this one you can, so the downside is sometimes you get shot by a paintball and it'll feel like you're getting punched in the face, and you're going to eat some more paint than you would with another mask. But so is the trade-off worth it? It can be. you know, it doesn't bother me. I mean, you know, I'll spit out spit out some paint or whatever if I get shot in the mouth, and it doesn't bother me so much. But some people may just that may just be extremely unpleasant and something they don't want to deal with, and I get that. And I don't wear ProFlex currently. I do have one, but I haven't worn it in a long time. So, but if nothing else, I don't like changing lenses in JT masks. That's one big reason. But you know, I know, you know, get over it, you know. But this is it's good, and for anybody who, like, if you fog up, like having this additional ventilation, just, you know, that's just gonna help. You know, certainly a thermal lens does a ton of that for you if you have a good thermal lens like this. And if you want to know and you don't know, this black ring of foam around is actually, you don't have one lens, you got two lenses sandwiched together with that foam, and that separates the hot, moist air, you know, circulating from you breathing through your nose and mouth and everything down here, and either hot, dry air or cold, dry air outside, and then you don't get any fogging. So, and you know, snowmobile goggles and other goggles have been using stuff like that for a long time. So you pay more for them, but it's better. And usually, I mean, I have always had fogging problems since I started playing paintball. God, in like the late '80s, to date myself. But you know, you get so either I've always either had to have fans, or once I could get good thermal lenses and paintball goggles, like that was the ticket. I also, when I was, you know, I wear glasses or contacts, and you know, if you wear, I mean, contacts like saved me, but when I was a kid, I couldn't afford contacts, and I had to wear glasses. And you try to wear glasses on the inside, even of a mask like this with a thermal lens, the lens on the glasses are going to fog. So it doesn't matter how great your lens is. So that's a problem. So, you know, I had to have fans for the longest time, but that's one more set of batteries, one more thing to worry about, one more thing to go wrong that can ruin your day. So now I try to wear contacts and just like nice thermal lens, and I'm usually fine, especially here in California where it's dry. So, but if you have fogging problems, look at the Easy Creations fan. That's easy, like letter E, letter Z, Creations fan. That's a kit I would recommend if you need fans. They work really good. They're quiet. But anyway, getting back to the topic of this was the real issue here. So I'm going to play with these and see what this is like. And before I give the whole system either a thumbs up or thumbs down, or I go back to I-Force or V-Force grills or V-Force Profiler. If you have a big head, V-Force Profilers, great mask. Anyway, GI Sports bought that like sometime last year, or a little over a year ago, maybe at the most. And they've got some cool colors and graphics and stuff in their masks now. So check that out if you got a big head and you're interested. The V-Force grill, I think, is just the meanest looking mask in paintball. You know, it's got that cut in it that just makes it look like you got angry eyes like all the time. So that's pretty cool. So I like it for that reason. So that's why I'm customizing one right now. So videos of that when that project gets going. All right, guys, thanks for watching.